All right, so we are back again with Blaine Newsome from Movement Mortgage to talk about the medical school loans. So I have heard that if you are a doctor or some other medical provider, you can get a loan and not put any money down, and there's some special interest rate. What is this, and what can you tell us about it?
Yeah, banks, lenders, we all have a different name for it. Whether it was physician loan, doctor loan, MD, everybody gets a little different. We do have one, obviously, here at Movement. At the end of the day, the highlight of it is the majority of time, somebody that's in that healthcare system with that type of role is going to come out with a higher salary. However, they're typically going to have a lot of student loan debt as well. So again, the highlight of this is a program where they can come out, purchase a home, or come out of the medical schooling, whatnot, get into their field, and be able to purchase a home with a minimum down payment, sometimes 0, sometimes the most at 3%. A lot of times there's no PMI, private mortgage insurance involved. And at the same time, the student loan debt that we normally will count against the client as a monthly liability, we actually don't count it at all, just due to the fact we know coming out where their salary is, where they're going to be. So therefore, we typically just don't count that debt against them at all, which student loan debt has been raising for the last couple of years. It's super high. I don't know the number, but I know it's way up there, which that could disqualify a client. So that's really the big highlight. Here lately, I've seen that expand. First, it was just medical doctors or physician of this certain trade. I've seen the different trades of the healthcare open up a lot, all the way to like chiropractors and just residents at this point. So a lot of that's going to be some type of 30-year fix or maybe a 5 or 7-year adjustable rate, such as an ARM. And most of those are actually going to be a primary purchase. So.
Okay, so if you're in medical school still, or doing your residency, then, or you've recently graduated, then you can take advantage of this. Say you don't have any other debts other than your student loans, which are basically a mortgage at that point, then you would essentially have a pretty good debt to income ratio then when you exclude that debt, and it allows them to get into that house. Is that
absolutely
right? Okay.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And it's not just anybody in the medical field, it is for those high earning positions. So a nurse couldn't qualify, for example.
At this time, no, but we've had different first responders that we categorize as a nurse falling into a category of a loan of that stature.
Okay. And what is that? And especially since over the past few years with the pandemic, we've heard a lot about first responders, hometown heroes, those types of terms used for them. What type of benefits would they qualify for in terms of a mortgage, if any?
It all depends on kind of where we are with the market and the economy and what the banks are kind of rolling out on their end. For at one point, when we were going through all this COVID mess, it was the pandemic, it was how can we get back to our first responders, such as our EMT, our police, our firefighters, healthcare workers. That program rolled out where it could be anything from we're going to pay X amount of closing costs to now we'll pay for your appraisal. So those kind of come and go, just as far as the programs are still here, but as far as the credits or SEP specials, those kind of programs kind of come and go. Unlike your traditional conventional or FHA, those guidelines pretty much follow the same path, pretty much black and white. Or some of your specialty programs, it could be a limited time that would come out.
Okay, so really just based on market needs, really.
Correct.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that is super helpful. I'm going to let all of my medical school friends know that they actually can buy a house.
Exactly.
All right. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you.